Hi, everybody. I'm Robin Gargano, and I am so excited to be here today with Tanya to talk about energy and emotions and how that impacts our lives. I'm incredibly grateful that she's allowed us to record what's going to be an energy session on Tanya. So this is going to be exciting. She's going to be open and vulnerable and let us all into her world. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, my love. Hi, Robin.
How are you?
I'm good, my love. How are you?
I'm so great. And I love you so much. And thank you for allowing me to be on your platform and your summit. And this is really exciting. So I thought we'd just dive into the world of energy. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay. So I am a mental skills resiliency strategist and an energy medicine practitioner. What does that mean? So I've studied under Dr. Bradley Nelson, who has founded the Emotion Code. And the Emotion Code is all about our emotions, the energy that's inside of us, how it moves and flows, and how we can rid ourselves of the toxic energy, because we don't want that junk inside of us. We want that gone. We all have emotions. And if we weren't supposed to have emotions, like if you believe in God, I do, some don't, that's okay. God gifted us emotions for a reason. So we get to use them and channel them, learn from them, take lessons from them, but we also get to understand them and dive into them. So, if we were all supposed to be robots, that's what we would be. But let's use our emotions as our benefit. Let's use them as our guidelines to understanding. That's what makes us unique. We don't want to push that away. We want to accept that we're all human beings, right?
Yes.
We're all humans and we all get to share in these things called emotions. So that's what this work is all about. It's clearing the body of toxic energy that has gotten trapped in your life along the way. So this could be generational. This could have been trapped in your body during conception, like when you were conceived. It can go generations back. It can get trapped in developmental stages of life. So something that happened when you were really young, a trauma, or something that was a social instance that happened and that emotion got stuck inside your body. It happens all the time. So we do clearing sessions to get rid of all that. But I thought, what am I talking about, right? Let's talk about really what energy is. So I thought I would share my screen and we're going to go into some simple things so that we can understand energy and why it's so important. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is basically a flow chart of how energy works. So there's the universe, right? Everything in the universe is here for a purpose. So within the universe are things called subatomic particles. And those are just building blocks. They're incredibly finite, small units of vibrating energy. That's what subatomic particles are. You put enough of those together and they create atoms. And then you arrange enough of those atoms and they become elements. So that's carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, all of the things, helium, that come together to create our elements. You put enough of those together and it creates molecules. Those are our proteins, our carbohydrates, our fats. And then you come down this flow chart and so everything is energy in this world, right? Liquid, gas, plants, animals, people, solid objects, this desk that my computer's sitting on, right? This microphone I'm talking through right now, the food we eat, everything is energy. So why aren't we studying energy in this way? Why aren't we using it more in the Western sense? This has been an Eastern practice for thousands of years. Why aren't we using it more in the Western space so that both specialties can combine and we can create the ultimate healing for our body? So this is the flow of all energy. Okay, let me take this off. Okay. So now that we see that everything is energy, now we want to align all of that, right? This is just pure, simple quantum physics, simple stuff, right? It doesn't have to be so hard. Let's use everything that we have and let's make it work for us. So let's talk a little bit about the subconscious brain. we have a subconscious. It's that gut feeling that we always have, whether we think we want to analyze that to death or not. The subconscious is our truth. It's our supercomputer. It knows everything about us. Our conscious mind is the one that will mess that all up. So we'll have a gut reaction, and then all of a sudden it's, well, wait a minute, maybe I should do this, or let me think about it this way, or no, I don't think that that's right. We will be the ones that will talk ourselves out of what our initial truth is, because we're not trusting our subconscious. In this process, we get to completely let go. Our subconscious knows best in everything. That is why this type of practice works really good through muscle testing. So when we muscle test, so if you don't know what muscle testing is, it's an alternative medicine practice that can deduce and diagnose structural, chemical, physical, psychological disorders in the body. Why is that? Because our muscles are our truth. So I like to muscle test with what's called the ring test. So what we're going to do in our session is I am going to connect with you via proxy, right? We're not together. You're on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
So we're going to set an intention for what this session is going to look like. And I'm going to connect to you. And then I'm going to be able to muscle test if it's true or if it's not true. Okay. That's how the session is going to work. Sorry, Tanya, I'm going to pause for 1 second. Will she be able to edit this out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second, because I don't know why.
You give me more work to do, girl.
I'm sorry, hon. I don't know why my notifications aren't silenced and they're beeping. So I'm just going to.
No, I cannot hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it? Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So how do we rid the energy once we find out what emotion is trapped in the body? The body has what's called a governing meridian. So that goes from here all the way down to your lower back. The governing meridian is the place in which all energy flows throughout. So if you go to acupuncture, there's 2 sorts of meridians within our system that's used for all of the acupoints. For this process, once we find an emotion that's been trapped inside of you, we are going to release it through waving my hand, because this is energy, right? I can feel energy just going like this. I can feel energy if you put your hand on top of your heart, your hand, anything. Energy is always moving through us. So you can use your hand. I also like to use a little magnet. So a magnet can intensify, but you don't need it. So I'm going to run my hand over my head, and that is going to be the process of releasing the toxic energy. Okay?
Yeah.
Before we do that, I want to show everybody what this is. So there's 60 different emotions in which Dr. Brad does his practice. And it's come from what's called the emotion code chart. So through this chart, we look at, these are the 60 emotions in which he has used throughout his career. So we're going to go through columns 1, 2, 3, 4, rows 1 through 6, and columns A and B. And we're going to find out through these columns which emotion is trapped inside of you. This is what I'm going to be looking at as we're doing our sessions. This is not to say that this is all the emotions that's ever in the world. This is to say what's the average emotions that people go through in their lives. Okay. So are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to just sit in silence for a second, and we're going to create an intention. And that intention is going to be how you're going to be open. We're going to let this come into our world. I'm going to set the intention of service for you and my need and want to help you get rid of anything that's not serving you. So I say a prayer and then we get started. So I'm just going to take 30 seconds so that I can connect to you. And if you'd like to do the same with your intention, you can as well. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take one deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. Okay. So now I'm going to see my connection to you. Okay. Let me back up a little bit so everybody can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So is there a trapped emotion? Oh, actually, let me take a step back. Is there anything that is plaguing you right now? Is anything physically hurting in your body? Or is there something that you want to achieve from this session?
Something I can feel hurt is in the right shoulder and in my stomach. And to also get to share what is connected to for experience that has come up with me.
Mhm.
So in these days, I am in a relationship with someone that is narcissistic, like having behavior as a narcissistic, if I say that correct. And it really freaked me out because I have been in a violence abuse relationship.
Okay. All right. So that's something that is currently plaguing you at this moment, correct?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. So we're gonna just keep these things in mind. So let's start with the physical. On a scale of 1 to 10, the right shoulder and the stomach, are they of the same level of intensity as far as pain goes?
No,
Okay. What is your right shoulder at? On a
1 to 10,
Yes.
a 9.
A 9. Okay. So that's pretty intense. And the stomach?
3.
A 3. Okay. And we already know that you are 36 years old, and that's going to be important so that we can, if we need to, or if you want to, deduce the time frame in which this emotion got trapped.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a connection to you. So we're going to start by saying, is there a trapped emotion which Tanya needs to release? There is.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it in column A? It is. Is it in row 1, 2, 3, 4? It's in row 4. Is it anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred? Hatred is the first emotion that is trapped inside of you. Is there anything that you would like to know about this emotion, or would you just like to get rid of it?
I would like to release it, give rid of. I know what is so.
Okay. So
It's the emotion I've experienced a lot of time.
okay. So wonderful. So you know where this comes from. We don't always have to share everything, right? Sharing is good. I'll talk about vulnerability all day long, but
Yeah.
in this process, why this type of medicine is so impactful, we can just get rid of it. And that's it. So once I release it,
Oh my
in
God.
whatever age this trapped inside of you, this form of anger, or hatred will be gone. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm ready to release the emotion hatred from Tanya. 1, 2, 3. Is the trapped emotion hatred gone from Tanya? It is gone. Okay. Is there another trapped emotion that we can release from Tanya? There is. Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it in row 1? Row 1. Effort unreceived. That was quick. Effort unreceived. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay. Do you want to know more, or would you like to release?
I would like to release it.
Okay. All right. We're going to relieve the trapped emotion, effort unreceived. Is the trapped emotion, effort unreceived, removed from Tanya? It is. Okay. Is there another trapped emotion that we get to release? There is. Is it in column A, column B, row 1, row 1? Is it effort unreceived? Heartache. It's heartache. Okay. Would you like to know more about the trapped emotion, heartache?
I will start to cry for share. So no, thank you.
Okay. All right. So we are prepared to release, and it's great to cry.
Yeah, no.
Right? Because we're going to that is a form of energy being released, right? In the physical. So we want to get that all out. We don't want to keep that all in, but let's get it out. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Prepared to release the trapped emotion, heartache. Is the trapped emotion heartache gone from Tanya? It is. Okay, is there another trapped emotion that we get to release? We do. Column A, column B, row 1, 2, 3. It's in row 3, column B. Is it confusion, defensiveness, grief? It's grief. Would you like to know more about this emotion?
Yes, please.
Okay, so age of 36. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we are going to take your age and we are going to split it in half. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, just make a note. Okay, all right. Did this emotion get trapped between the ages of 1 and 18? It did. Is it between the ages of 1 and 9? It did. Is it age 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Age 5 is when the emotion grief got trapped inside of you. Does anything come to mind with that?
First time I get connected with that number is still a bit crazy. It was in March 2017 when I get connected with my hatred with violence I chose to do on my ex-boyfriend. After I did the violence to him, I was crumbling down on the floor as a little girl, and I feel I was 5 years old.
Wow. Wow.
It's a little bit crazy to say 5 years. It's just like that's coming up in me so many times when I've experienced this hatred.
That's why this is it's such an amazing process, right? Because it really gets us in tune with what happened in our life. And then we get to just release it. It's remarkable what comes up through this. And sometimes you won't always know where it comes from. I think that's really important to know. Something might not ring a bell, and that could be because you've created what's called a heart wall around that. That's another conversation, but it's something where your body's trying to protect yourself from remembering that trauma. But let's get rid of this, okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, we're prepared to release the emotion grief. Is the emotion grief released from Tanya? It is. Okay. So if you see me, what I'm doing is I'm just typing down all of the emotions that she has and if we are deducing them or not. And then after I send these notes to her in case she ever wants to refer back to them. Okay. Is there another trapped emotion that we get to release? There is. Is it in column A? It is. Is it in row 1, 2, 3? It's in row 3. Is it crying, discouragement, rejection? It's rejection. Okay. Would you like to know more about this emotion?
Yes, please.
Okay. Did this emotion get trapped between the ages of 1 and 18? It did. Is it between the ages of 1 and 9? No. 9 and 18? Yes. Is it age 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Age 13. Does anything come to mind?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. It could have been something that happened. It was minor, it was something that really, could have been something that happened at school. A kid said something. This could also be, so there's also what is called inherited emotions, which could come from your parents. So we could ask that question if you'd like to see.
I believe it's come from my dad's side.
Okay. So let's test it and see. Okay. Is the trapped emotion rejection an inherited trapped emotion? It is. Does it come from mom? Comes from dad. It does come from dad. Now, I did know that before I did it, but I can tell right away if it stops or not. Okay. And then that's all we need to talk about it, unless there's something else that you want to release. So what's going to happen now is when I release this emotion from you, it will also be released from your dad as well. and any other generation going back that could have potentially put it into his life. Okay. All right. We're prepared to release the trapped emotion rejection. Okay. Did we release the trapped emotion rejection from Tanya? We did. Want to take a breath?
Rejection, that word just like hit me. It was something I experienced in so many years, and it's first in this year I will break the pattern. Wanted enough to create connection with people, and okay with people say no to me. It has been a journey for me.
And that's the interesting part about this, is when we discover where things come from, then sometimes it makes it easier to release, right? We don't have to carry this burden. And I know personally, you've done so much work to understand this type of work and understand leadership in order to claim your power. And this is just another form to help gain more power. Now we've got whatever that was, that was trapped. That instance is now gone. Your subconscious is no longer holding on to whatever that was. Okay. It's a great release. So I love this work so much. I love to see people in vulnerability and open up in this sense to really find a new beginning when it comes to life. Would you like to keep going, or is this enough for today?
Yes, please keep going.
Okay. Is there another trapped emotion that we can release from Tanya? There is. Is it in column A, column B, row 1, 2, 3, 4? Depression, frustration, indecisiveness. Indecisiveness.
Oh.
Did that hit?
Yeah, something I experienced these days.
So it's a present trapped emotion.
Oh,
Correct?
yeah, to be honest, I fucking hate when it's coming up in me. It's just so interesting when you say hatred, like I use that word so many times.
Well, the body needs to get rid of this stuff. And for whatever reason, this indecisiveness is here. This is going to help reverse that, right? Let's be decisive.
Oh, yeah.
It says you and I know that doesn't serve us. Okay, so let's just get rid of this one. This is a present.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're prepared to remove the trapped emotion indecisiveness. Okay, did we remove the trapped emotion indecisiveness from Tanya? We did. Okay. Is there another trapped emotion that we can release? There is. Column A, column B, row 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 again. Depression, frustration, indecisiveness, panic. Does that hit? Oh, that hit. Did that hit really good?
Oh, damn it. It's just so uncomfortable to hear the word in my ears.
What do we get to be?
Oh.
Comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Oh my God, yeah. Shit, man. I definitely feel panic.
Feel now. So that's present. Present. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's get rid of that one. All right.
Okay.
We're prepared to remove the trapped emotion, panic.
Yeah.
Let it out. Let that out. Okay. Here we go. 2, 3. Okay. Did we release the trapped emotion, panic? We did. Okay. Would you like to keep going?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So we'll do up to 10. Other than that, that would be enough for today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe.
All right. Is there another trapped emotion that we can release today? There is. Is it in column A, column B, row 1, 2, 3? Row 3, column B, is it confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse? It's self-abuse. Would you like to?
Oh, it's just so fucking uncomfortable this year.
That's a this year thing?
Ugh. I just feel so naked right now in this season. Yeah, I do it sometimes, to be honest. Still
feel that. Do you want to know exactly when that began?
Me. Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Did the trapped emotion self-abuse happen between the ages of 1 and 18? Yes. Is it between 1 and 9? No. 9 and 18. Is it at the age of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Age 15. You're doing amazing. You're so brave.
The first memory I have when I chose to do self-harm to myself was when I was 15 on not a high school, but something place you go to live to. I have a lot of offers. I'm a beauty girl, all that fun stuff, and I get a lot of offers for sweet guys. And I choose, of course, the person that was a player that dude was treating me as shit. That was the first memory I can think about back when I really choose to self-harm to my body.
Due to toxic relationship.
First time I have sex with someone, and first time I called someone was my boyfriend. He was together with someone else, and I was also together with someone else. It's just the big spine was just starting there.
Sort of like the precipice of when it all started. Yeah.
Okay.
So why don't we get rid of that? Okay. Let's do it. Let's remove this toxic trapped emotion of self-abuse from Tanja. Do we release the trapped emotion, self-abuse from Tanja? We did. Okay. It's okay. We all have a lifetime of pain that we collect and are so undeserving to bring that into our future. Do you want to keep going, or would you like to stop here?
One more.
One more. Okay. Is there another trapped emotion that we can release today? There is. Is it in column A? Column A. Is it in row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It's in row 5. Is it blaming, dread, fear? It's fear.
Okay. Yes, it is also an emotional experience in a so high level that I just feel I want to running away from. And I feel it over there. Fear of success, fear for people to count on me, fear for be successful as I know I am. Like, it freaked me fucked out.
welcome to being a human, right? We all share this, right? And this is why this is so powerful to see somebody else go through this emotional session right now. We share this. We all have fear. We all have it in some form: fear of success, fear of failure, just fear, judgment. That was me, by the way. And we don't need it. We don't need it, right? We get to use it. Well, let's get rid of this one. I hate fear. Let's get rid of it. Okay. All right. Are ready to release the trapped emotion, fear. Okay. Did we release the trapped emotion, fear, from Tanya? We did. Okay. Now, walk me through. Were you feeling any tingling sensations? Like, was your body feeling a certain way? Like, name any physical things that were going on.
My shoulder here, like in the neck, was getting very tight. I can really also still feel like the tightness, like, and there's something that's coming on, like I want to fight it, like, because it's my fight side on the right side. And my stomach was I feel calm in my stomach, so that's very, like, very interesting feeling around. I feel calm in my stomach compared to in the beginning. Now in the shoulder, like the shoulder is just like, shit, man, I just feel this big attentions. I want to fight someone.
So honestly,
So I feel like light side on the left side, like I'm floating. The left side, like I feel I want to punch someone.
okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, let's see, you started out with your stomach at a 3. What is that at now?
0.
The 0. And you started at a 9 in your shoulders, but you're feeling a lot of tension from all this. All the toxic energy is like coming out of that area. You're holding on to it.
Yeah, I can.
So what are you at now? Or is it still the same?
It is at the highest. It's just 10. It's just like I feel the pain right now in my shoulder.
Okay. So
and it's uncomfortable to be with. I want to do something with my body instead of like being with the emotion I experience of the tensions.
So what we're going to do after, so typically in a session, what I would do is I would have each of us get up and walk around, and I would break the connection. But for the sake of this Zoom, what we're going to do now is I'm just going to close my eyes. I'm going to break the connection between the two of us. But then after we're done, I want you to get up and I want you to walk around the room and just say, you could say your contract, you can say who you are, you can say, some like helpful healing words to yourself and let it go. Okay. So let's break the connection first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we broke the connection. So if anybody starts to feel something in these sessions, right, that's just the flow of energy. So everything you're feeling is the flow of energy that's happening in your body. Everything is moving. Everything is releasing. The good is coming. The bad is going. And after these sessions, you're going to want to drink a lot of water. So the next phase of this is you're going to be going through some processing. Processing can take anywhere up to 1 to 3 days. If it's a lot, it can be 5 days, maybe more. So I'll do a check-in with you just to see how you're doing. But you could feel a lot of different things. It's because of this. So I never want anybody to get scared or, feel like what's going on. It's your body literally. We just released 9 emotions from your body. So that's going to take some time. So get some good sleep and drink a lot of water. Okay. We need to hydrate because, as we know, when we release things like this, or grow new synapses in our brain from, evolution of like mental skills and mentality, mental health, our body uses a lot of energy. So that's why we need to hydrate. You did amazing. I mean, I'm so proud of you for being so brave, for sharing this with everybody. That's such an inspiration to people. You're so courageous. I love you so much.
Love you too, girl. I love you so much.
I love you so much. Any questions that go along with this?
What is really come up with me is, yes, I feel I want to running away for like the pain or do something like to stretch it out or get my mind away. What is really coming up with me is really I get to say it's okay, it is there, a new way to work with it instead of pushing away of like stretching my neck and do some fun stuff with my body. Is really be it's okay there, and I get to release it because it's my body is telling like I want to survive, I want to fight it away instead of choosing let it go, because it has been so naturally has been my identity to live in that state for, to be honest, in the 35 years it has been that world I was living in, and I shifting new being states and living life, and I can feel it just coming up to protect me, because the new of facing and owning my voice, owning my vision is new, and is so freaking uncomfortable on the good way.
In the good way, right?
Yeah.
This is the path in which we grow. This is the life that we get to live. And we don't want to hide from anything. We want to use all of those things to push us forward with power and strength, and use that vulnerability to inspire others to do the same, because that ripples into the world, right? I think it was, and I'll share just a fun fact. If anybody has studied Dr. David Hawkins, brilliant minds. He created the map of consciousness, but he states that one positive human being living above a certain level on an energy scale will ripple into 750,000 other people. So when people say that one person can't make a difference, that is complete BS. One person just being a certain way can make a humongous impact in the world. So trust in your vulnerability, trust in your courage, trust that this is going to help serve somebody and bring light to our own healing and just evolution of, living our life in celebration versus letting suffering control us.
Amen. True.
Good job.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, my love. Thank you for the session. And I would like you to close off, because this is your session. So I've put in your hand to close it off. So thank you so much for this gift. And I'm committed to do some journey from my heart and let it out to really connect with what is happening, instead of giving an answer, to really not just like let it fly through my hands, and what it come up in the process for me to let go of what is happening in my shoulder is I get to trust that. And I forgive myself for choosing live in the past with self-harm up to this point. I choose let it go up in.
That's beautiful. That's a great commitment. It's a beautiful, beautiful commitment to yourself. And that's what I hope, ending on this session, I hope everybody commits to themselves to live in a way in which is graceful for them, without beating yourself up for what you haven't let go of or what you've been through, and to start fresh and new and transform. Anybody can do it at any stage of life. Trust me, I have. I know you have. I know a lot of people in this world have, and we get to continue to do that, to live an extraordinary life. So thank you for this. And I'm here for anybody that wants to go through this same process. I know Tanya's going to have my information, and I look forward to meeting your community and being invested in your life always. You touch me all the time. I'm so blessed to have crossed path and call you a dear sister of mine.
Likewise, my dear sister, I love you.
Love you.
So dear, and thank you for being a voice for me and for others. I love you so much being who you are. It is magical to be in your life. So thank you for me to be in your life.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone for letting me into your world. Okay. Bye.
Bye.